Picture this, right? You're lying there on the freezing cold floor, totally helpless. Your treacherous master is literally forcing you to stare at the lifeless body of your own mother, Cecilia. Yeah, this is the absolute rock bottom for Theo Ragnar. The guy was born into the strongest family in the whole world, but cursed with absolutely zero talent. So, welcome to this explainer. Today we're going to break down one of the most insanely satisfying zero-to-hero revenge stories ever told.
You're the weakest of all Ragnars, the worst imbecile, and the trashiest one. Man, those are the final venomous words from Rendon. And here's the kicker. This is the guy hired to teach Theo. Rendon didn't just assassinate Theo's mom. He actually spent years intentionally teaching the kid absolute garbage sword techniques just to keep him weak. And he was cashing checks from Theo's desperate mother and political rivals the whole time. I mean, talk about a snake. This ultimate betrayal, that's the emotional core driving absolutely everything Theo does next.
But right as Theo is being murdered, the ultimate turning point hits. A mysterious flash of light triggers this dormant family trait, and boom, he's plunged exactly 10 years into the past. He wakes up, he's 17 again, his mom is alive, and his awakening ceremony is exactly 5 months away. He's been handed a second chance. Only this time, a mysterious system window is right there guiding him.
So when Theo actually checks out this new system window, he realizes he's got a massive advantage. Look, his level is a basic 1, sure, but check out that magic power, 190. He actually kept all the magic capacity from his past life. But, it's not exactly easy mode either. Look at that luck stat. It is sitting at a cursed -49. Like, seriously. To survive the brutal Ragnar clan politics and actually protect his mother this time around, he's going to have to grind relentlessly to fix those stats and unlock his hidden talents.
That helpless, manipulated victim we saw before? Yeah, he's completely gone. In his place is this relentless, pure, grind-focused warrior. Using the system and combining it with all his memories from working in a past life intelligence guild, he just pushes his body to the absolute limit. I'm talking training without sleep, hammering out these tutorial quests, doing whatever it takes to completely rewrite his fate. And by pushing that stamina progress bar all the way to a full 100%, Theo unlocks a wildly overpowered reward, the Dragon Heart. This legendary organ basically lets a warrior completely bypass normal human physical limits. But there's a catch. It's a massive double-edged sword. When Theo inevitably collapses from all that exhaustion, a retired one-armed swordmaster named Evelyn Naravel senses his massive mana wave. Now, opening a mana hall before the official ceremony is strictly forbidden, and Evelyn, she has zero tolerance for rule breakers. So Theo actually has to use his future knowledge about the Dragon Heart stealth capabilities just to trick her and keep his head attached to his neck.
Section 1. The First Bloody Revenge. Having secured his new power and forged this really uneasy alliance with Evelyn, Theo sets his sights right on the guy who ruined his past life, Rendon.
Now, Theo doesn't just jump Rendon in a dark alley. Oh no, he's way smarter than that. First, he publicly calls out Rendon's garbage teaching methods. He intentionally pushes the arrogant instructor's buttons until they are locked into a totally legal duel by Ragnar law. And in the Ragnar clan, the strong dictate the truth. Well, to everybody's absolute shock, Theo easily overpowers his former master. He literally throws Rendon's own insulting words right back in his face, and with one clean swing, legally executes him right there on the training ground. As you can imagine, the aftermath of this duel is just explosive. Theo earns this observation skill from the system, which is huge, because it lets him read other people's stats. But the really crazy part? His display of power draws the attention of Julius Ragnar, the demon dragon and commander of the elite white-armored dragon cavalry. Julius actually tries to recruit him on the spot, but Theo just coldly rejects him. He knows early recruitment is basically a trap that'll cap his potential. Still, this incredible arrogance mixed with Rendon's brutal death paints a massive target on Theo's back. And the true mastermind behind it all? The Chimelia Palace.
The Scaled Dragon Banquet. So, the political snake pit of the Ragnar clan is finally waking up to the fact that Theo isn't a pushover anymore, which leads us to a total masterclass in high society warfare.
Check out how he handles this. Theo gets an invitation to this elite banquet hosted by his completely psychopathic half-brother, Axion. It is such an obvious trap, but Theo, he just walks right in, calmly takes a barrage of absolute verbal abuse from all these arrogant nobles, and he just waits. He waits exactly until they step over the line and demand his death. By threatening a direct heir of the Ragnar clan, they just committed a capital offense. Theo brilliantly uses this exact legal loophole to order his new master Evelyn to step in.
14. That's the magic number here. Right in the middle of this stuffy high society banquet, Evelyn just becomes a blur of blades. She legally and brutally severs the right arms of 14 different nobles who dared to insult Theo's bloodline. It's wild. Theo weaponizes his enemy's own arrogance against them perfectly. He completely destroys Axion's little elite society in a single night, proving once and for all he is absolutely not the family idiot anymore.
Surviving the clan head. Look, you really can't chop off 14 noble arms without dealing with some serious political fallout. So almost immediately, Theo gets dragged before a deadly tribunal of clan elders.
The truth belongs to the strong. During his trial, Theo channels just pure, absolute defiance. The elders try to quietly sweep things under the rug by slapping him with a light punishment, but Theo is having none of it. He refuses. He actually demands a proxy battle to protect his mother's honor and the Rose Palace. He's smart enough to know that accepting even a slap on the wrist is basically admitting guilt.
But right here is where we get the ultimate plot twist. Just as the elders are scheming to take him down, the terrifying clan head himself, Kyle Ragnar, steps in. Kyle is weirdly impressed by Theo's sheer nerve, so he offers him this terrifying test. Endure his single strike technique. Just so we're clear, this is a devastating one-hit kill aura attack. If Theo survives it, all charges are completely dropped. If he fails, well, he dies on the spot.
And guess what? He actually pulls it off. How? Well, Theo brilliantly anticipated something like this. He sneaks a drink of this experience elixir he earned earlier, instantly bumping up 5 whole levels. Then, he literally dumps every single stat point he just got into pure strength. It's a crazy gamble, but he miraculously tanks his father's devastating blow and survives the trial. And as a reward for having nerves of steel, Kyle grants Theo full ownership of his enemy's own base, the Chamilia Palace. Incredible.
Okay, let's talk about the training arc, because this 2-month grind is insane. Hidden deep inside his newly conquered Chamilia Palace, Theo finds a secret dungeon. With the awakening ceremony creeping closer every single day, he just locks himself away for 2 solid months. He pushes that dragon hard to its absolute breaking point, slaughtering 170 demonic beasts. And he finishes the whole thing off by driving his sword straight through the reverse scale of this massive Lesser Drake boss, which nets him this terrifying new aura skill called Lesser Drake's Fear.
The Awakening Ceremony Climax. After all that relentless grinding, the insane political maneuvering, and a whole lot of bloodshed, the single most important event of Theo's life finally arrives. This right here is where Theo's complete transformation from absolute trash to a legendary powerhouse is set in stone. At the ceremony, Theo doesn't just participate, okay? He completely dominates. He absorbs these ancient dark energies to unlock the incredibly rare Phantom Dragon power, and he actually walks away with the ultimate reward, the Aether Core. Plus, when this corrupt elder counselor named Wolfgang tries to use all the chaos to assassinate Evelyn, Theo steps right in. He uses his massive new status and power to brutally shut down the conspiracy and save his loyal master.
So Theo Ragnar has successfully rewritten his tragic past. He avenged his mother, he destroyed his abusers, and he claimed some seriously ancient powers. But guys, the true war for the Ragnar clan, it has really only just begun. With the terrifying Phantom Dragon's power now coursing through his veins, what is going to happen when Theo finally goes head-to-head with the legendary 9 dragons for the throne? We are just going to have to wait and see how this amazing Zero to Hero epic continues. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and remember,